Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Boy Kennels. Today's video is a little different. Might be a little short, but at least you get some information as you would need it. So, as I mentioned before, I'm into a lot of different type of microphones. And I always mention of how noisy, um, how echoey and reverbery, my space is. This room, like I mentioned before in other videos, basically bare floors, bare walls, bare ceilings. There's really nothing in here to, really help absorb, all that noise, reverberation, echo, you name it. This room has it. And while I do like to use a lot of different microphones, I do have some that are definitely my favorites. So I figured I'd discuss one today in particular. I currently have it hooked up, so it's about like just out of frame. So it's just out of frame. So maybe about a foot, something like that. And that is the MKH 50. So pretty much everything that you've heard up until now, the audio has been processed and, it's been cleaned up and all that. But now let me show you what it sounds like unprocessed. So now the audio that you're hearing is totally unprocessed. Now the only thing that I do need to do to it, of course, is to level out the audio, so that way I can level match it, with the processed audio, of course, and then that way you can kind of go back and forth with what you think. Does it sound bad unprocessed in a very poorly untreated room, or does it sound better in a processed room? So now we're going to go back to the processed audio, and now you can see the difference in how the audio sounds and what you think of it. Is the MKH 50 by Sennheiser, really a microphone that you want? And is it, being used in its best case scenario? Now, I know when it comes to, indoor dialogue mics, this is definitely a favorite amongst filmmakers. So definitely widely used. But, like with any microphone, you got to do processing. So it's a matter of how much processing do you want to do, and, how much noise rejection do you really need in that mic? Because I can tell you right now, it doesn't matter what mic I use, but whether they're good mics, cheap mics, if I don't process it in this particular space, they're all going to sound bad, to an extent, based on whatever noise is going on in this room at the time, whether it be the heater, the AC, the fan, the window open, somebody in the shower, bathroom literally the wall right behind me. So even that'll get picked up when the water's running. But yeah, you let me know what you think. Do you like the comparison between the processed and the unprocessed audio for the Sennheiser MKH 50? Let me know in the comments, down at the bottom somewhere. Other than that, maybe we'll look at some other microphones and see how those are. But till then, hey, it's been your boy Kennels, and as always, keep them scratching. Peace. We up out of here.